always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give. Turning it on. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Quick release on the RPO. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get outside. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's right out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Back's looking for the goal line. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll start this drive firing. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Clay. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being...
Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield?
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Blue Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Trying to beat the D deep. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quarterback making adjustments. Backed up in their own end, maybe a quick hitter. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Floating away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. On the ground, it's Craig. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of... steam. The defense finally got it.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He fires one deep over the middle. Intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the... out.
Great job by the QB and the wide receiver understanding what they had to do to get a 1st down. I don't care about the completion. I don't care about getting a certain amount of yards. I got to get that 1st down so I get another set of downs so we can keep this drive alive.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
NC State now operating from the red zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end.
There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Working on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one. And you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that fourth down. That was a throw vertically.
And into the end zone. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Blue Devils. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute baller.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Another incompletion on third down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down for 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been
breaks into the open, running through contact. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. It's a reverse. Picks up the first down.
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football, and you get me lined up, and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation, and now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys the ball in space.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. To the air on 2nd down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
And the Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? A designed run for the quarterback. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look at, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Blue Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Duke. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
NC State, 35-14.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the ready.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wideout. Takes a snap, wants to throw. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
They've got the screen set up. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. Games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Rides the back on the option, the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Wants to adjust the pattern. Shotgun snap on third down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Colorado State is being humbled today. There's no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 34 to West Virginia. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Using his feet. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10.
As sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game.
Turning it on. He'll slide and avoid the big hit.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run. Just can't pull the trigger and the quarterback is sacked. That's a 41. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Hard running there. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Gonna swing it on second down. Fiery Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
It's a reverse. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, NC State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
I often say the best offenses in college football are the ones that can run the football down in the red zone. But it's not just conventional runs. It's getting the reverse going as well. Why not get one of your best playmakers the football here in the green area and let him go? Nice job getting the pitch, using his speed, scoring a touchdown.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the RPO, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown, at least for now.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
14.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Reels it in down the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Blue Devils in the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's thrown another interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's got 93 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down.
Breaks into the open. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finishing touch, courtesy of that 75-yard run to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's got it down the left side. Here he goes. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the 2nd level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
Oh, they're after him. And they say this is a game of inches, just a few more inches in the field of play, and it would have been a big game. Instead, it's incomplete.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback adapted. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Sometimes people put too much stock in a higher-ranked team is supposed to win. Looks as if that's going to happen thanks to the passing game in this one.
Yeah, they've got weapons, and we've seen that in the early part of this season. Speed on the outside. When they've got one-on-one matchups, they take advantage of it. And they're making a statement here today, David.
Yeah, when you do it against elite competition, your ranking starts to climb. The belief starts to climb. The pressure will climb as well, but this is a good statement day for this team.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Tight end finds a soft spot. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.